In this video, we will be showing you how to replace your lower control arm on your Audi Q5 located behind your front wheel. Let's get started with the job. Safely raise and support the vehicle so that the wheel is off the ground. To remove the hubcap, you will need to have a pick or a specialty tool to be able to fit into the groove to pull it out. To remove the lug bolts from the vehicle, we will need a 17mm socket. We will remove the first lug bolt, check it for inspection, and restart it back in a couple threads to prevent the wheel from falling off. As we remove the last bolt, hold the wheel so that it does not fall. To remove the lower control arm, we're going to start by removing the lower trim. There is a 10mm screw right here and a push pin tab over here. Those are the only two things holding it up. We'll be using two 18mm wrenches to break this nut and bolt free. Using a pry bar, I'm going to insert it in between the lower control arm and the subframe to wedge it out. Using a 21mm socket, let's remove the ball joint nut. We're going to restart it a couple threads as we take the ball joint out. Using a mallet, we're going to tap the side of the knuckle until it pops out. Remove the nut and slide the ball joint out. Let's install our lower control arm. After first getting your ball joint inserted, you want to line up the other end's bushing in between the groove that it came out of originally. Once you have it lined up, use a mallet to tap it in. Using a screwdriver, we're going to line up this hole so that the control arm is able to go directly through when we insert the bolt. Orientation matters when replacing or reinstalling your bolt and your nut. The nut needs to be on the outside, and the bolt is going to be fished in through the back. We can take our two 18mm wrenches and start counter turning them to tighten the bolt down. Let's reinstall our ball joint nut. And now we can snug up our ball joint. Now that the ball joint is in place, we need to torque it to 80 foot-pounds. To do that, we need to have the suspension that we are working on set to ride height. So we have a pole jack underneath it. Moving on to our bushing, the bolt and nut on the bushing needs to be torqued down to 51 foot-pounds. Now remove the jack. Now let's install the trim. On the back side of the trim, you'll notice that you have three tabs that go right into these 3 grooves. You want to line them up. Once you line them up, now your 10mm nut will be able to fit right over the stud. Reinsert your push pin. Now let's install our wheel. I will be using the 17mm socket to get it started by hand. Doing this will prevent the wheel from falling off. Now install the rest by hand. Now snug them down in a star form pattern. Now with our wheels safely on the ground, let's torque our lug bolts to 103 foot-pounds in a star form pattern. After torquing the lug bolts, we will be reinstalling our hubcap. On your rim, you will see that you have 2 grooves that allow for your hubcap to slide into. On the inside of the hubcap, you will notice that you have 1 tab, and you will also have a hole. If the tabs are broken off, the easiest way you can always do this is by aligning the hole in between the 2 tabs on your rim. Now that we've replaced the control arm on the Q5, take the vehicle out for a road test to your local shop and get in alignment.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.